Good morning, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. Guys, it's Stamp Saturday. We're going to make a stamp today. So let me kind of explain where I'm coming from with this. Now, you know I've been making this journal. And last night I went ahead and used, remember these clay pieces we made the other day? I went ahead and I did some late night crafting with my sister, Michelle. We had a good time and good talk, time to catch up. So I took one of these, I painted it in this dark kind of slatey blue. It's called navy, well, it's navy blue. It's navy blue. It's not slate blue, it's navy blue. And then I used some white gesso, which is kind of like, you could use white acrylic, just barely touched over the edges. And then I used my gold gilding paste, excuse me, and touched that on the higher arcs as well, and made this fun little thing on here on the cover for our journal. And then I used some bookbinding twine, which is coming undone. I probably need to put some glue on there and help seal I'll do it later, to make it look like it was sewn on. They're just merely tied around the clay piece. And then I glued it down, which also needs a little more glue, so we'll fix that later. And then I added this little plaque down here. I tied the edges as well the same way, and then glued this down. It says, "Live your story." I thought this might be a lot of, especially with Valentine's coming up. I know it's not red and pink and all that, but I thought this might make a nice little love story journal kind of thing. So I did that. Then as I was searching around my desk, not searching around my desk, as I was, perusing, I found this little journal that I had started, and I thought this would be really cute in here. I added another clay piece. I broke this one down. I cut it around the edges here, sanded it around, tied on the string, and then did the same painting techniques on there. And I think that worked out well because it's got the navy on here. So it's just this little tiny journal that I made a while back, and I just hadn't done anything with it. So I think we're going to find a place to tuck this in at some point to here. It's a little pink, but I think it will darken it up just a little bit, and I think it'll go just great. So there is pink in here, but we're going to have to find a special pocket or some place to put this little tiny thing. So what I wanted to do today is make a stamp to go along with it. Now I thought I could figure out how to draw that. I could probably figure out how to draw this one, but I think we're going to go with the smaller version. We might actually do kind of, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw it on paper, because that way we can, you know what, real quick, I'm going to clean this paint off my glass table. This is the best way to clean glass table, guys, or this glass mat. Just get out your raised blade. It cleans all the stuff. Just like that. Done. Glue, paint, all of it. All of it. Just like that. So that's cleaned up. There's my cleaning tip for the day. And we'll just put that, I'm going to put that right here because that's where I know where it's at. My ink as well. And just kind of move some of these things out of the way. Okay, and the paint, because that's totally in the way. All right. Now, here's what we want to do. I want to move my coffee because I don't like rubber pieces in my coffee. And so I think we're going to draw this. I'm not going to draw it on paper. Yes, I am, because I want it to be equal. I want it to be even. It will be better that way. I'm not the best person to draw. But you know what I do? You know what I do, guys? I forget to bring copy paper in here. I just pretty much never have copy paper. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I also forget that I have this big old stack of this ginormous 18 by something copy paper in here that I forget about it. Okay. I'm going to cut this about the same size, so I know I have to keep this within range, right? Over. So we're going to draw basically half of that. Probably wondering what I'm doing. So I'm just dividing it in half so that I can see again where my line is. Please forgive my fingernails. They're gross today. They got paint under them. That navy blue paint. All right. There's a dull pencil. That'll work great. A dull pencil always works great. All right, so I'm going to start right here at the top. I'm just going to kind of divide this with my eyes in half. So we're just going to draw our best rendition of this half of it. Now, if it wasn't already glued down, I could potentially trace it, but that's okay. We're just going to do, you know, our own thing. And if it's the same, cool. If it's not the same, it's okay, because it'll still be unique to us because, you know, I drew it. So that kind of goes like that, and then this goes like a fallopian tube. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have cut it that way. I actually intended to do it this way. I don't know that that's better. Okay, so, and then there's some little leaves on here, kind of something there. So that kind of goes like that, and then it goes down this way, and then this flower, I'm going to start this way because there. And again, if it's not perfect, that's all right. 1, 2, 3, and then the middle, 1, 2, 3, and then the middle one. We can, it's going to change too when I cut the stamp, so it's not going to be exactly like that. And then it's got a little round center in the middle, and then it's got lines up like this, and then this little fallopian tube, I'm just going to keep calling it that now. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. We'll go that way. This goes, there's a little branch that goes this way. And it comes from here. And then we'll put another, or I'm going to put another leaf thing right there, because I don't know if there is one, but I'm going to put that there. Okay, so I'll fix that flower as I'm carving. And then these are kind of, okay. So that's kind of half of it. Now, why am I only drawing half of it? Because I can fold this and check this out. This should work. Well, wait a minute. Yeah. I think this will work. That's not what I wanted to do, though, because that's going to trace it the same way on that side. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Place this way. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, I got this. Do I, though? Yeah. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This way. We're going to trace it onto here. Got to try to think it through, right? When you're doing reverse on things, that's not the direction our brain usually works. By the way, if I didn't say it already, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me today and crafting with me. It's great to have you here. See how it lined up? See, I can see the lines on here. You guys probably can't see them quite as well as I can, but they're definitely there. And then what I can do, actually, because that's already on there like that, oh shoot, I have to line this up really well. So, which I can do, because I can put this mark here, that mark goes right there, and I've got that circle lined up. We should be right there. And then holding it still, we should be able to do this and get that transfer onto the other side in the reverse. That should work. Hallelujah. Even better than the first side. now that I've done that, no, I'm not going to risk it again. Okay. So again, I can make corrections. This is a little bit off actually, because there's only supposed to be 3 of these. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3. And so this is going to go, I will correct it to this. And this goes there. And that's, you know what? I think I added some in there, but that's okay. We'll have 5 now. It's our own thing. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to even, we don't even have to do this. I mean, if you get down to it, we don't even have to do this. So it's fairly close. It resembles, and we're going to work with it. So here we go. Because again, this isn't the final project. I haven't started carving yet. So that's the part that's going to be the final part. Now, what I want to do, there was a piece that I had dropped up here and haven't put away yet. I think it might be the piece I actually really need. I guess I'll find it if I did. So, I like that one. I like this tiny piece because I can get into smaller areas. This one's great for scraping out the guts, but this one is a little finer. This is like my fine-tipped pencil, and that's like my other pencil. Okay, so I'm going to start with the flower because it's in the center. I think that's where I want to start. Can you guys see real well? So let me see if I can zoom down a little bit so we can get closer. All right. All right, that's a little closer. Let's see. Let's get going. All right, I want to start with the flower. Now, I think I want the flower to be in color. So we want that part to be above the rest so that it will accept the ink. And I'll just carve this out. Oop. Hope you guys are doing great today. Hope you'll get out some stamps and play with their stamps and, you know, some of those forgotten things. Perhaps, or make some, you know. Let's see here. I think I'm taking that one petal out, taking some artistic license here. I think I can do that. Do one more petal there. So it won't be exact, but that's okay. I just want somewhat replicated. Okay. And what I'm doing right now, I'm making light lines. It's kind of like sketching. And so how am I going to do that? Because if this is up, I want the circle also to be up. So I would have to carve around it. I think I want it up, but I want designs in it. Okay, I think will be good this way. Be careful with this because it can turn out looking pretty wonky. But if you turn this, then you don't have to turn your hand. It's a little better. So there we go. And then, oh shoot, I think I want to go around that just one more time, making it that space just a little bit bigger. So I'm carving out the wall against the other side just to make it bigger. Sorry guys, I've got it kind of spaced where you can see this, but I may slide towards me just a little bit from time to time just because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Alright, I kind of went to the side there. I think that's okay though. All right, now those lines in the middle. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to try to just make kind of a little design here in the middle. Nothing too standoutish. Okay, there's just a little detail. We'll see how that works. Now for these, let's go a little deeper in here and then thin out to the top. If you dig in a little bit deep here and then scoop it up towards the top, this will be thinner. Ideally, potentially, that's the idea. It's worked before, don't know if it'll work today. Never know what to expect. Did I do that one already? Nope. Alright, it's kind of one of the things I like about these is they kind of never quite turn out the way, well, they're always a bit rustic, let's just say. Because I can't draw. You guys have seen me try. Oops, sorry. Alright, tighten that up a little bit. Okay, that's enough for the flower. Now I'm going to go around and work on the rest. So, I'm not exactly happy with some of how these turned out, but I do know I need to cut out this hole, and this needs to be outlined here. And if I'm doing this correctly, that means that there's a hole this side too. It's going to go this way. I'm not seeing my lines as clearly. I did have to take a little break because my battery was dead, I found out. And so I'm not seeing my lines as clearly as I thought. Okay, so we'll go there. I'm actually going to change the tip on this part because I think this will be easier just to gouge out. On this part. So there's, oh, I see, now I messed that up, didn't I? Did I? What am I missing here? This goes there. And then this is solid, and then there's another dip here. Something like that. Okay, we're going for it. I'm trying to make them the same on the sides, but I don't know if I did. Hopefully. Or at least close, right? Or not, in which case we'll take some more artistic license and fix it. So, yeah, I'm not seeing a bridge here. What did I do? You guys can probably totally see it. I'm just not seeing it. Because there should be 2 gaps in there. Here, let's look at it this way. There's this one. Just kind of smooth that. Did I go too far? I did. I went over the bridge right there. Well, pooey. Well, you know what? Okay, then here's our artistic license. We'll go through here and down into here. And that'll just be one bigger hole. It's going to be similar enough to the design. it just won't be exact. And I wasn't looking for exact. If I was looking for exact, it wouldn't be drawing it myself. That's for sure. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing over here. So we'll start here. This is going to go all the way through. Go there. And of course, since I'm not a machine, this isn't going to be, you know, exact from side to side either. It's going to be human cutting the best that I can. All right. I'm good with that. These are even, spaced out. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go around here before I do much more, because I know these lines. I can see these lines. I've got to get done with my crafting today. I've got some mail to get out to you guys. I have all of the challenge packages packed up. I just need to get them labeled and sent. And they're sitting on my desk and it's driving me crazy. I want to get them out. It's been so long and it's so late and I'm so sorry. And I've got to send off the cards. I was waiting to see if I'd get some late arrivals, but they did not come yet. So I'm hoping they will eventually, because there was a lot of work put into them, but I do need to ship these out. So if they ever do come, I'll just send in more. I'll send in more. Okay, here we go. All right, I want to kind of finesse this just a little bit. It's still going to be rustic. I mean, it is. I want to go in a little bit there. Did I go in there? Nope. Let's do it. Go in there. Oop. Oh, shoot. I messed that up, too. Did I? Oh, actually, it's okay. All right, and then let's get this little pencil mark done. All right, now I need to do the details in here. I'm going to go back to, yeah, well, I think I'm going to actually stay with this one and just use a light hand, because I still want to go around this a little bit deeper. Just a little bit. I'm hoping this turns out okay. I'm actually not quite sure. Not quite sure how it's going to turn out, to be honest. But really, I just kind of wanted a little background stamp that looks similar to the design. I thought it'd be fun to carry it in for the design on the pages of the journal, to have something that looks similar to that clay design. And who knows, maybe that'll be something I carry on with my journals when I make them, is to have a coordinating stamp to go with it. I think that would be cool. I think that's something that other people don't do, so why not? You know, we'd like to make them different and ours and unique, right? All right, we'll go light-handed there, so it kind of just flows in. See how that works? And then flow in there, and then flow in there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about this one. Okay, let's go ahead and dig out some of this around it. This is the fun part. This is the part where you know you're almost done. You get to take some of this. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the design in there. I got to do that too. Okay, you're almost done, and you get to just chunk this out. Alright, and then we'll get to stamp this into the journal. We'll do it on a different piece of paper first. Make sure it's right. Make sure it's good before we stamp it into the journal where it's going to live forever, right? Alright, let me dig that a little deeper. That one I think is okay. That one, we'll get that piece. Okay, so these... Cut that one a little fat, but that's okay. Alright, we'll do the same thing here. And here, and then we'll go here. Might be a little different than the other side, but that's okay too. Alright, let me cut some of this out. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh darn it. I keep thinking I hope I wasn't off screen again. Because I'm sorry about that. Alright. Let's move some of this out of the way and into the wastebasket. Sometimes I save onto these bigger chunks and sometimes I don't. I've got plenty right now. I don't need more scraps of anything. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Get some of these edges cleaned up a little bit so that they don't get in the way. I think that's okay. That one, I'm not sure. Alright, should we give it a shot? Moment of truth. Let's give it a shot. We'll use black oxide ink. Stamp it on regular paper. Ugh, I'm nervous. I don't think that there's going to be some things I need to fix. But we'll soon find out. Make sure I got all my shavings out of there. Oh, actually, it looks good. We might be all right. Look at this. There's the first stamp. That's actually not bad. It's rustic, like I promised. There's a couple things I did, like I shouldn't have gone here. See, it's different on this side than this side. I could potentially cut this one too, but I kind of think I like it. And I would have gone thinner in here, but it's rustic. That's actually kind of cool. What do you guys think? It's not too bad. Wasn't aiming for perfect, that's for sure. Definitely my style. Now I could go a little thinner in these, in the fallopian tubes. I think I might. Let's just clean this up just a little bit. Make it look a little more, I don't know, delicate, I guess. I'm not trying to use rustic as an excuse. It's just, here, I'm going to make this one match. It's just that I'm not aiming for perfection here. I am a human being with limited artistic skills. Limited to what I've practiced and learned so far. That's the only limit I have, is what I've learned and practiced so far. And this is what I can do right now. And I kind of like it. It's a very different style. And if you try it, yours will look even different. Differenter than mine. Based on your experience and skill. Okay. I do wish my flour was a little softer, but I think that's okay too. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it too much more. I think I'm going to leave that alone. Let's stamp it one more time and see the difference, the things that I just carved. Okay? One more time. There we go. Yep, I like it. So these sides match now. It's a little thinner, so it's not quite so bleh. I think that helped a lot for my eye. I do want to take this little bit off here. I know, rustic. Don't clean it up too much. And then, because y'all told me you liked that, so I'm trying not to change that too much about my stamps. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, oh, do I have a blue? I know I have a blue. I know I do. Give me just a second. Let me grab that blue. I feel like we have, I was going to say Mariner. There it is. Oh, Chipped Sapphire is beautiful. That's close. That's not Mariner, but it's Chipped Sapphire is really pretty. Uncharted Mariner. We've got a few colors here that we can quick stamp something and put it in there. Let's use a little cardstock, yeah? And we'll put something into, ooh, here's actually a blue piece of paper that would be beautiful with it. Look at that. That's perfect, really. Should we make something that we can just tuck into the... Oh, there's that blade that I was looking for earlier. Oh, no, I've got them all here. Here, let's pick these up. Do we have a front pocket? We don't have a front pocket yet, but what we could do... Yes, we've got this tuck. We have a tuck. And that would be gorgeous right there. So let's make something that can go in that tuck. And let's make it, how wide is this? 1, 2, let's say 4 inches. Let's do 4 by, let's start with 4 by 7. And see if that's a good size. Is that a good size? 4 by 7, is that too big? Might be a little, no, actually that's good. Let's do 4 by 7. Do we like that? thinking. I think I'm going to go a little bit shorter. Looks a little bit tall. I'm going to go slightly narrower here. And let's go 4 by 6. A little bit smaller. That's a photo size. So that's actually the perfect size because it's a photo size. Well, the photo would barely fit. So now that the stamp will be peeking out, and I think that's fine. Should we do this one? That would be pretty. I'm thinking this one though. Let's do this one. All right. I forgot. I'm in close. I hope you guys could see any of that. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't. All right, we'll push this in there. See how this goes. Beautiful, of course. And I want to do really quick for this card, or for this journaling card, or what have you, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do this. We're going to distress it a bit. And I think what I'd like to do is use one of those lighter blues that kind of blends. Oops. And put some of this on there, but not the dark color. We're going to use, I'm going to use Stormy Sky. And I think I'm just lightly, I want to do that. See, so you can barely see it. I love that. Just a little something. Like it's kind of there, but it's not. Like that. Okay. And then, here, put that lid back on there better. Then I want to go around the edges of this with some distressing. Just some vintage photo. And just clean up those. Oops, sorry guys, didn't mean for the screechy. Just something simple. That gives us something to write on in the front of the journal. And what I'm going to do is include this stamp with the journal. So this will be part of that. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to find a way to get it into the journal in a second. Well, maybe. I mean, maybe I could fit it in one of the envelopes or something. But, you know, I'll figure that out later. But for now, we've got a great little card that resembles the front, you know, in our own handcrafted way. It's a little journaling card. It brings that blue in, which is nice. And it just tucks right in there. So there we go. There's our project for today. Hope you guys like it. Thanks so much for joining me for Stamp Saturday. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.